Text. I have to tell you something. I always have to tell you something, don't I? I always have to tell you about 25 things in one video. So if you're a content creator, it's controversial. Which I'm assuming is not many of you. That's my job. Okay, that's my job. Well, I have a Rumble account. There's a link to it on this YouTube channel. But the reason I have a Rumble is just in case something happens with my YouTube. And I believe I started that Rumble in like, I don't know, 2020 or something. Maybe before then. I'm not sure. I don't remember. I guess I could look it up when I get home. But, yeah, so something that I find really amusing is not just hateful comments, but like, you know the comments that you get in like all caps? And like everything is like a Bible verse. That is really funny because like I read the Bible all the time, so I'm not saying that I'm like some kind of scholar or anything, but it's just like, who the fuck does this person think they are, you know? Like, telling me about the Bible, you know? I think it's funny. But I'm always looking through, like, my description. Because in case you don't know, we do a description of the video. Because we don't edit. This is raw, unfiltered, unadulterated, Amy Gross, okay? Most people got a microdose, the Amy Gross. Because macrodosing is dangerous, apparently. Well, macrodosing might get you to leave the channel, so. Which is funny. I could easily make a joke about that. And you know, like people that overdo it with the drugs are like, I can't ever do that again. I'm done with LSD. Anyway. But yeah, so I put this description. It's like basically like a director's commentary. Since I don't edit my stuff, so I watch it before I put it up. Contrary to popular belief, I am aware of how I look and sound, right? Because I watch it and I listen to it and I critique it. So if there was a self-awareness award, it would go to me. But don't worry, that will never be a thing in this country. Okay. So anyway, shit, it's 37 degrees. I don't know why it like dings to remind me of that. It's like that's gonna change anything, Thelonious? I don't think so, honey. I don't think so. I'm still driving you. That's the name of my car. But anyway, so, yeah, anytime that people leave messages that confuse me, I look through my video and I'm like, what did I say to trigger this response? Or this reaction, really, if it's in all caps. Especially with like 10 different Bible verses, and many of them being in the book of Revelation. And I guess I triggered this person because of the way that I talk about sin. I'm not encouraging people to sin. I'm saying that if you do, Jesus died on the cross so that you could repent. Like, it's not about continuing to live a sinful lifestyle. I think a lot of people either misinterpret me or they misinterpret me, okay? And that's fine. You know, that happens. Happens a lot. Social media, just in general, I've always been misinterpreted all my life. Even in the 90s, I was misinterpreted. And the 90s was like the last decade that you could say what you wanted to say. You know, white people were still saying the N-word, nothing was happening to them. So, yeah, like the 90s was the last good era. And people were getting offended by things I said then. And I was just a little kid, you know? So, I've always been a really honest, forthcoming person. And I've never purposely been offensive. And that's what's so funny to me is like people that get easily offended, they're typically more narcissistic. A person that's more empathic will go, oh, why did they say that? Why am I offended? Maybe I should figure that out. Maybe I should assess like why I'm so triggered by this statement. Let's figure it out, you know? Or why did they say that? What's up with them? What's up with their childhood? Or maybe they have a personality disorder. Something like, you know, it's like there's so many things that you can assess just like by paying attention rather than just jumping to conclusions about people. You know, so if it seems like I'm doing that, please understand. You don't have to, but that's why I'm begging. Please, please, please understand that I never do that intentionally. Like I'm never like wanting to paint people a certain way, especially, you know, the clusterB personality types. Definitely not. Because I know that the term narcissist gets thrown around pretty loosely these days. The term Nazi gets thrown around pretty loosely. The term racist gets thrown around pretty loosely. Fascist, what else? What are the other ones? Ignorant. I mean, everybody's ignorant about something. So it's kind of ridiculous to like, I don't yell at somebody for being ignorant. And to me, that's so arrogant when you just assume that like, oh, this person's supposed to know these things. I don't think anybody's supposed to know anything. You know, and I think it's pretty clear, especially just looking at this culture right now, that people don't think that they have to grow as a person. People don't think that it's their responsibility to be better. And we want to hold other people accountable without ever having to face our own accountability. And I don't know. It's just funny. It's just a funny ass world we live in. But yeah, so anyway, I'm never encouraging people to sin. Just because I don't hate gay people, that doesn't mean that I'm telling you to go lick somebody's butthole. I'm not saying that, honey. Okay? But yeah, people love to misinterpret things. So then they can leave some long ass comment like that in all caps and act like they know the Bible and act like their relationship with God is so superior to other people's relationship with God. And they don't have any fucking content!